as I recall it, you guys had basically cleared out the Squirrel's Nest Tavern after a somewhat misunderstanding of Raziel's interaction with the barmaid Mixi. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, sorry, misclick.
And drew the ire of all the regular bar members who wanted to protect her, which in turn turned into a fairly bloody battle, and basically turned into a mess. So Mixi ran away, but gave you the leads on where you needed to go, on what to do next. But Ma, the tavern keeper, not the bar owner, but the tavern keeper, ran into the back room, basically able to identify everything that had happened. So you came up with a grand plan to make her think that y'all had basically arrested Thongrum and taken him into custody while she walked off. At which point, you guys were debating on what to do, on how to follow the lead that was given to you. That sound about right?
So the barkeeper, she's still in that back room of her bar, is that right?
No. Y'all managed to talk her out of it through acts of disguise and prestidigitation, I believe. I can't remember if it was Corin that talked her out of the door, and it was Raziel who took up the guise of a city guardsman. But one of the two of y'all worked it out to where you were able to coax her out of the back room. And I think it had all been, maybe it was cleaned before or after, but y'all put on a basic stage show to kind of try to convince her not to go rat you guys out to the City Watch.
And the notes I have say it was Mixi said she came with some refugees and they followed the dwarf claiming about some powers. And they all partook in some ritual ceremony with dancing. They said the ceremony hurt, and that the place for the ceremony was some ghetto nearby with a big red door.
Yes, that is all correct. And it was if I understand it correctly, she felt the speaker was talking about the fire within and doing what you are passionate about. And as she was in the last meeting that she went to, the fervor and intensity of this meditative trance, as they were talking about the fire, she ended up getting very hot and almost, I believe it was the metaphysical fire maybe had even turned into actual flames, or that is what her vision had led her to believe. And she didn't really know if that was true or real or not, but she was so scared she ran out.
So I have to ask, were they actually at a Tony Robbins inspirational thing and they were walking over coals?
That is possibly true, and it could have been one of those types of events that just went awry. But I guess we will find out. So yes, it was a shack in a ghetto, the local Zhent ghetto, as it is. So, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. That is what I recall.
So all of us, including Thongrum, we are back at the apartment next door, is that right?
I thought we would have just left and gone back somewhere safe.
I thought I don't know if this was when we were talking to Mixi. We were talking to her and like her little her little studio apartment next door if we were all still huddled in?
I don't think so.
She fled. We really couldn't, escort Thonger Mountain Chains to the house next door and be like, well, that's taken care of.
No, I think y'all paid her to flee and to leave right then.
Yeah, because she took some stuff and we told her we'd send her, because she didn't know her friends were dead, and we told her we'd send some up.
Yes, you told her that y'all would send them, yet they will not arrive.
I got one or two were alive.
Oh yeah, there were. No, I don't think so. I think y'all got all of them.
I thought one of them escaped outside, but I guess Thongerman is javelin.
Yeah, I think he managed to get him on that last throw. So I believe that y'all left it as she was gone. You'd coaxed Ma out, and then y'all were out in the alleyway debating on where to go next.
I am not sure if I've done this. If I did this during the last session, I might have done it in combat. Looking around, because I know we were debating like burning the place down just to cover our tracks. Like, is there anyone like looking from their windows nearby? Is there foot traffic? Is there anyone who would have noticed the commotion?
You did not do that last session, I am aware of. If anybody was paying attention to it, this is out towards the docks, and the entrance to the Squirrel's Nest was kind of down an alleyway, so like you'd have to take a turn and go down a flight of stairs to get to it. Because I don't know if anybody is paying attention, we're going to say that no, there was no apparent attention being paid to it.
That's good.
He said, changing the story. But no, I don't think there was anything paying attention to it.
Okay. So we were talking about cleaning up and whatnot for any, like, later down the road if someone came into the bar or the guards came past.
I mean, that was definitely on the table. We definitely we're considering it.
Yes, and I believe that y'all were strongly considering torching the place, and then walked back from it and came up with your other convoluted stage play, which seems to have worked.
Okay.
We think it doesn't work.
I put my torch back in my bag.
Well, that's okay. You have plenty of torches and plenty of room for more torches. So that said, this is...
Fine, what's his name, though?
Say that again?
Oh, the whole reason we went there was to look for what's his face.
That is correct. You went to go look for, and you are still actively looking for Sebastian Stowe. Now that said, with all of the shenanigans that had happened and the cleanup and all this, and if I recall correctly, you had to figure out a way to clean up the body that Siona had disemboweled quite spectacularly. So that all took significant time, which I think is going to lead you guys closer to midnight, maybe even a little later than that. And the timetable you guys are on is until 6 bells, which is, bright and early in the morning.
I mean, the goal was to break him up, so we definitely did.
Well, one of them was to not necessarily break him up. The actual goal is to bring him back.
Right, but the whole reason was because he didn't like her. We might be able to understand. We might be able to pass off her fleeing as mission accomplished.
That is possible. Siona, what do you think?
second, she's eating.
Sorry. Where's the guy?
You haven't found him yet.
No. I don't know. Shouldn't we just find him?
But we don't know where necessarily to look for him at.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I was checking on Will's because he couldn't hear me.
So you do have a lead that Raz was able to get from the barmaid, which was over in the Zhent ghetto. You're looking for a shack that has a red door.
Now she kind of
Say we go look for
implied.
it.
All right, Raz first.
Oh, I was just saying, like, she kind of implied that he was with her at the time, but she didn't come out and explicitly say Sebastian was part of the rituals.
That is true, I believe.
So it's just a lead. It's really the only one we got. Okay, that's it.
All right, Siona?
So do you want to try and pass off what I don't think is going to be... I mean, that's not what he wanted. He didn't want the girl to flee town. I think we have to find the guy. The kid.
That's true. Yeah, I guess we're going to the ghetto.
Don't sound so thrilled.
I'm trying not to sing South Park.
How is everyone doing health and spirit?
Pretty much all of combat, so I'm fine. I'm not a bunch of bloodthirsty guys like you all are.
So
Look, I mean, I'm about half. A little more than half.
Thongrim is feeling A-OK, and Eldon is... He's all right. He's not doing too bad.
Maybe if we just do some more investigating and maybe not be so quick on the draw, maybe we'll be fine the way we are.
I'm done with that.
Basically, stare intently at Thongrim as I say that, knowing he's the one most likely to murder everybody on a whim.
Oh, well, I'm the one you guys arrested.
You're the one who threw the first axe strike.
I don't recall that.
You usually don't.
That's true. But I believe first blood was Lady Siona.
I was only following your lead.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
It's not a bad Thongrim.
Well, at least when we draw blood, we do it as a team.
Yes. We have... Yes. Y'all are really good about that. Okay, so are we following this lead?
Yes.
I think so.
Sure.
All right. Well, then, making your way through the world today takes everything you've got. Sorry, I don't know what cheers came to mind. So you're looking through, and based on the knowledge that you guys are gaining over the few weeks that y'all have been here, you find your way to the ghetto. To the ghetto. And after just a short while of searching, you come across this little shack off towards the side. It's kind of embedded in a side of into a cliffside there, into this big hilled area. It's going to be more towards the southwestern part of Mulmaster. But you notice that it's kind of built into this rock wall, as you can see that it is so eloquently and expertly drawn there on the screen. So, as you... hold up. You come up upon this shack that there appears to be a couple of dwarves standing watch outside of this kind of looks more like a rickety shack than anything. It's a little more underwhelming than you could have possibly imagined.
It's a shack. I wasn't imagining much.
Okay, good. Roll 20 was starting to act up on me. So flickering firelight peeks out between the loose planks of this small shack. From within a dozen or so voices speak in low murmurs, while a deep, resonating voice booms above them all. The door to the shack is painted a vibrant red, and 3 dwarves with flaming red beards lean casually against its wall. And they notice your approach, and they stand up. And one of them looks at you quite casually, saying, "Sawed off. This is a private affair." As he looks over in your general direction. So I have not put you guys out there. You can see I kind of gave you a general idea of where you might start. So put yourselves where you wish to be.
Within the circle, or?
Yeah, within the circle. I was just figuring that'd be a good starting point. I didn't know if you'd want to start right up under the noses, or on the noses, or above the noses of these 3 dwarves. Without the need of rolling an insight check, you can see that they are clearly not a welcoming trio of people. It looks like they are actively preventing really any unwanted, unwelcome visitors from entering the shack. So what do you want to do? Obviously taking stock of the situation, you have a shack. There's a lot of murmuring voices inside. There is indeed a red door on there.
I'll take 5 gold from one of my coin purses and distribute it to an empty pocket on the front of my belt.
Okay.
Bold move.
Yeah, I know.
This is not what I expected, but let's take and see what happens.
You said it was like 6 in the morning, give or take?
No, it's not 6 in the morning. It is, when you left the tavern, it was around midnight. So it probably took you an hour or so to, make your way to the ghetto. It is, and to find this place. So it is in the middle of the night. Your timetable is to get Sebastian back to the Stowe estate by 6 bells.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yes. Now, if I recall correctly, the Count told you he just would prefer him alive. It does not have to be in pristine condition.
He would prefer his son alive.
Yes.
That is his preference.
Yes. Would prefer him alive.
Bastard.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. I hate it when I cut you off.
I will walk up, shoulders slumped, a frown upon my face, hood slightly back. I guess they can see my ears if they want to. That's fine. Good evening. Good night, Master Dwarves. I'm sorry to bother you. We are very weary. We are very poor. We have nothing. Everything was taken from us on the road. We've got only a little coin to our name. And I kind of reach in my pocket and I pull out the five. We're down to our last gold apiece. I don't know what we're gonna do to survive. We need help. We need inspiration. We need spirit. My friend Mixi. She said that perhaps I could seek some respite here. I don't know where else we could go at this point. Could you help?
They look at each other. It's Mixi. They say, not sure I remember anyone by that name. But if you've come for refuge, I best say you come to the wrong place.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I thought an old friend of mine, Sebastian, could put in a good word for me. But
Roll a persuasion check, please. Sebastian, you say? That, what can you tell me about this boy?
well, I mean, I certainly wouldn't call him boy. He's a bit of a royalty actually in town. His father, Count Blazon, is a man of some steam, but well, I've known Sebastian for quite a while now. It's an old school friend of mine. I fear he's probably grown much higher station in the world than me. At this point, I never really did much with myself.
Ah. Well, much as I like to say I'd like to help you, I've really been told this is a private affair. So, heretofore, I must tell you to sort off. And you notice they're all getting a little antsy. You know, their hands are kind of drawing down to their weapons. The resonating voices continues to boom, and the deep chanting, the low murmurs turn into this, are starting to drum up into more of a chanting fever. It's not a raucous beat yet, but it seems to be building, and not necessarily, not yet to a crescendo.
Are these guys armed?
Yes.
Can we see on that shack, is there any kind of other windows from what I can see? On the other side, whatever's still, over in these areas?
No, there's no windows per se, but you do see flickering firelight coming up. The planks are fairly loose, so I mean you can see some movement, and you see you can see some light into it, but you'd have to get closer to see clearly inside. But yeah, there's definitely, or you could clearly see that if you got up close, you could probably peek and peer inside.
Alright, and I guess this thing's kind of off on its own, so it's pretty dark. Away from the thing.
Well, I mean, it is dark outside. Are you talking about in this?
Like anywhere out away from, any of this area.
I'd say it is darker, yes. But this is, this is a cliff face, so it's kind of baked into it. So I don't know if you're going to have a lot of luck, getting around in here. But I'd say this is darker, yes.
Could I, as I'm already kind of in the back, just slowly back away? This, and I want to try to get 100 or so feet away from them, then circle around like like that, and try to sneak my way as close as I can get to the thing. Maybe about to right there, behind that tree.
All right, roll me a stealth check. I sincerely doubt they're going to be able to beat that score. Not even close. So yeah, you can get to about there. Yeah.
Can I see anything through the little gaps in the planks from here, or
you
I
see
need to get closer?
the best you can see right now is there's movement inside. You do definitely see that there's the light's coming from what looks to be some like braziers. Further inside, you would say, I don't know if you can see that ping or not, but it seems like it's coming from the rear side of the shack. But you see movement in there from what you'd guess is somebody is leading this. They're starting to, you hear that rhythmic chanting, that murmurs and are getting deeper and more resonating. And it sounds like he's beseeching them. And you hear snippets of, and the fire and the sound and passion. And, there's calls and responses. It seems to be getting much deeper and much more emphatic. And as you've been out there again, these dwarves are sitting there. They're kind of aptly staring at what now appears to be the four of you, not too far away. Let's see here, and they're staring at you, and it appears that they're getting more and more agitated. That y'all are, after being told twice now to sod off. That they're looking to maybe take some action.
Well, I want to. Is this actually the edge of the cliff? Is that non-cliff area right there? Or is it just not filled in?
It's just not filled in. Because honestly, I didn't expect anybody to go over there.
Okay. How loud is the chanting inside from where I'm sitting? Or more? Yeah, from where I'm sitting.
You're 25 feet away. I'd say it's significant. I mean, it's loud. I mean.
Okay. Then I'm going to message Raz and tell, say, hey, I'm going to try something. I'm trying to get closer. I'm going to need a distraction. Wait for my signal. And then my signal is going to be I'm going to cast Dancing Lights, kind of trying to time my verbal with the chanting so it's drowned out. And I'm going to have them appear as a medium-sized creature, if I can find my freaking thing. That's right, I can't talk and click on things.
Cool.
So right there, I'm just going to have them appear as the four grouped together as a kind of red, vaguely humanoid form.
Okay. All right.
It's going to very slowly kind of start moving towards them.
All right. So this is happening now, or this is happening with the distraction?
This is the distraction.
This is the distraction.
Yeah. Basically, you can tell Raz, act like you don't know what that is. I guess he doesn't know what it is, but
I was going to say, act naturally, Raz.
I respond and say, I don't know what you're talking. What the fuck is that?
What? You boys seeing that? Hey, you have got their attention. And this one starts, pulls out his, what does he pull out? He pulls out this mace and starts wielding it. Hey, what the? I ain't never seen that.
try and have it just, it can only move 60 feet a turn. No, 20. How far can it move?
That's a bonus action.
Feet? Okay.
Yeah, 60 feet, yes.
But try to keep it just a little bit out of his, 30 or so feet away. And I'm going to use the fact that I can't see the other two, but they're probably looking at that, and I want to try to move to wherever is the, around there.
All right. So.
No, I will cower and be like, "What is going on in this place? I thought magic was forbidden."
I don't. That's the much you get out of that. And Thongrum, on the other hand, is like, "Oh, I'm gonna take care of this," and he starts going after it too. Siona, what are you doing in all of this?
I'm looking surprised, and
All right.
I don't have anything else. I don't have anything to help. Unless you want me to go intimidate them. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, then we're fine. So Corin gets up to the side. He's managed to make it there undetected. And he's looking through, and he sees about 10 to 11 people all sitting there chanting, with one a guy towards the back, obviously the one with the booming voice, in some of these red robes, and leading the charge. And as he's getting there, you can see that it's more of a things are getting more fervent. You catch a glimpse of a gentleman there that has kind of this brownish hair. It seems to match the description of the Stowe boy, best you can tell. And his curly dark hair. You do catch a glimpse of a small patch of gray on the right side of his head. And
is he just in the throng or something?
He's in the throng. He's towards the front of the throng, and it appears that things are getting much, and they are reaching fever pitch. And all the while, you would see Raziel would notice that this dwarf right here is starting to pull up a crossbow, and is starting to aim it in the general direction of the glowing form down here, which I cannot seem to ping.
Yeah, I'm having trouble pinging things too. I can do one.
There it is.
My first ping works, and the second ping doesn't work so well.
Yes. So this guy is starting to draw up his crossbow and is about to start combat.
With dancing lights?
Remember, they don't know what this is. They see a pale, glowing humanoid.
Does anything inside look like sacrificial?
No. No, it really doesn't.
The Colt's on, but not.
Yeah, I mean, it appears to be kind of a ratty shack. Ratty shack. That is, doesn't seem to be any altars, doesn't seem to be a lot of furniture in there. Some benches. Just basically, this seems to be a boarded up shack that just happened to kind of be able to be built into a small cave, a small little alcove in this rocky terrain here. So, as this is going on, this guy yells off, "I'm give you a count of 3, and then I'm coming. I'm gonna, you gonna get it. 1,
If he fires at it, okay,
2.
well, I guess.
What?
No, I'm saying if he does shoot it with the crossbow, I have something planned for that. So.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and roll initiative because he's about to fire off. Okay. So which one is first? We're going to say that this guy, he has fired off this crossbow, which will lead us into initiative. On 3, he shot out at this guy, and though it is dark, it appears that it did not make impact, which leads him to be a little confused. So
did he hit it?
Well, you know what? Let's see. He may have gone a little wide. Looks like, yeah, he did not hit it. It seems he was a bit off mark.
Okay.
So that said, this guy, he's still taking a look at this, and he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He rushes towards this guy, pulling up his mace, and he's getting up close to it, and is really confused. Oh, guys, this ain't right. As he attempts to hit it. Oh, wait. You guys didn't see that, did you? He rolled an 18 for what it's worth. So I'm assuming he's going to notice that his mace goes through this light. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure its AC is whatever.
Yeah, the previous guy rolled a 4. So, I don't know, boys. This ain't here. These guys. This is something weird. So, he's run up there. He has basically wasted his attack and moves back to this guy, who looks at you. And let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Walks up to Raziel. Boy, what are you playing at? And he readies an action. So Thongrum comes up and, confused as always. 5, 10, where is his? How much? What's his speed? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Thongrum's going to ready in action in case things go down. He's going to attempt to grapple this guy. If and when things go down. And that said, this guy's going to move up in front of the door, listening to the chanting and hearing that it's getting... Listen to it getting to a feverish pitch. He starts to block the door, and he draws his crossbow and draws a bead at Siona, readying his action. And again, in case anything happens. So, Corin, you're up.
Okay, I guess I'm going to get back behind this tree thing. Stop talking so I can change to my other character sheet. Bonus action, hide. And then, let's see. Let's freaking ruler out.
I'd say you've got line of sight.
I am going to... What is the range of this thing? Okay. If this... Oops, wrong case. If that guy... I'm going to ready an action to take a shot at the... If they initiate combat, at the first person I can shoot who is not obstructed by an ally.
Okay. Waiting for the straw to break the camel's back here, and then everything's gonna hit. All right.
And I'm done.
Raziel, you are up, and you have this dwarf breathing right on your neck.
So, what was the turnout of Thongram grappling?
He has readied an action to attempt to grab him in case things go down.
Okay, so he read it. So maybe the one who's staring at my face did not see that happen yet.
No.
Still cowering on my knee, the 5 gold in my palm. I'll go, whatever is going on here is clearly too much more frightening than I anticipated. Please take this and let us leave in peace. We want no part of this.
He reaches out. I'll take you. I'll take your gold, but that may not be all I take.
Well, but I strongly... It would be really cool if you would just be good with 5.
All right, wisdom save. Wrong thing. Holy smokes.
Well, do you want the 20 or do you want the 20?
I believe I told you I may take something else.
I think you re-rolled because his wisdom modifier and his proficiency is both 0.
I clicked the wrong button.
I know, but I was like, it would have been the same.
That's all I got.
All right. Eldon. He is going to... I'm going to figure out how the hell to run Eldon.
Usually you just cast Spirit Guardians.
That's what I was thinking.
But it's a bit early for that.
So...
Do you think he would bless us? Would that be a tell? Like, we're going into...
Probably be a little suspicious if we start casting buffs on...
Yeah. So, but my thought is he's going to ready... Now, I keep forgetting, if I ready a spell, the spell's going to be burnt regardless.
And you cast it, or you burn the spell slot.
Yeah. Okay. So, he's going to... Because of how things normally end up panning out, Eldon, I would think he would ready his action to bless the regular people. So, that said... I can't remember how far. It's a range of 30. if it's a range of 30, he may not do this, because that would only get 2 of you. Then hold on just a second. How does he get his spiritual weapon? I'm sorry. I should have looked this up beforehand. You know what? He's going to, he'll gear up a sacred flame at this guy, in case anything happens. So we are now 5 deep on readied actions. Which takes us to Siona.
So, does Lay on Hands have a visual? Like, if I just, touch my arm, am I going to glow or anything? Or can I just heal myself with Lay on Hands?
I don't know. Hang on.
Nothing in the player's handbook. I just checked.
It does not, I don't believe it has any type of component to it, so sure, you can touch yourself.
I'm just going to cross my arms and heal myself for, how much?
Paladin level times 5.
What level are we?
6? No, 7. We're 7.
No,
we're 6.
Okay, so...
Yes, 6.
I'm going to do 12 points. Can I hold a bonus action?
No.
Okay, that's it then.
All right. So we come around the next round of combat, and this guy turns around, looking at Thongrim going, "What are you playing at, boy?" And there are lots of playing ats in this. They don't know many other words. And he turns around, and seeing that this is not going his way, he seems clearly threatened at this point. He turns around and attempts to smack Thongrim. So, at this, he gets 2 attacks, but I'm assuming this is what is going to start triggering off the readied actions. Yes?
I would say, from what little I remember about threaded actions, is his action was when somebody attacks.
Yes.
I guess you could say, I mean, this is where it gets weird, and I've seen people argue about it. You have attacks, and he can make 2 of them. He also has the attack action. Which one is the trigger?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say it's the attack action. So this is going to happen
after he gets both attacks off?
Yes, after he gets both attacks off. So the first one was clearly a miss. And 15. I think 15's a hit. 15 is not a hit. So this guy misses both. And so the first readied action was... the guy closest to Raziel, so he was going to... so he's going to take both of his attacks on Raziel. So that is a 20 for 18 damage.
Woo!
second, a 22. Oh no. For 7. Alright. At which point, the next grappled action one is Thongrum.
Actually, he only gets to make one attack.
Is that true?
Readied actions, you only get to do a single attack.
Okay, sure. All right, so take your 7
I can't remember
back.
if we household that. It's been so long since we played.
I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'll go with it. That sounds right. But all right, so take 7 back. Thongrum is going to attempt to grapple this dude, so that's going to be an athletics check. 13 versus this guy, who is going to do his athletics check. And there is no grapple there. Next one on the list, this guy pops off a shot at Siona with his heavy crossbow for 20. I assume that hits.
Yes.
You take 7. And now next on the list, Corin said he was going to fire off a shot at the first person he could see that's not blocked by anybody, which I think is
that guy.
That guy.
Alright.
That is a hit.
So 20 damage.
That definitely hurts him. Okay, that said, that is the first of the round. That was exciting. All right, so this guy, having just been hit by an arrow, we are talking about this guy, says, all right, he's going to take another crack at his name. You brought the pain, boy. $20 and a critical miss. So the first one is another 17 damage, and the critical miss, he ends up fumbling. He swings with such a fervor and misses you, and just collides with the ground, and the mace just kind of pops out of his hand. So Thongrum is up. That's the end of his turn. Thongrum's going to turn around. Well, not really liking how the grapple's going. And Thongrum has 2, right? Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and rage him. He's going to go ahead and rage, because I didn't do that at the end of the last one. So he's got advantage. He has multi-attack now, right?
Yeah, he's got 2 attacks.
All right, so number 1. That is a hit for 14. And the second one, he comes back, and a 13 is a miss. Which brings us back to this guy here. Oh, Siona, you need to do a wisdom saving throw for me from the previous attack.
Oh. I don't know what it has to be.
I thought it was 15, but I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, so
I was just telling him that I meant to get cleansed before we did anything else, but I will.
Well, this will be fun.
Yep.
All right, so this guy, again, guarding the door, lines up a... let's see, what is he going to do? He's going to wander, seeing that bolt here. He's going to edge up here and see if he can... still hiding over there, right?
Oh, I attacked.
Oh, so you attacked. Okay, so he should be able to see you then. All right. So he's going to attempt to line up a shot at you with his heavy crossbow. 11.
That misses.
It's going to be a miss. All right, and he'll move back in front of the door. Corin, you are up. Raziel, you're on deck.
Okay, well, I will just pop off another shot at the same guy. Oh, that is a definite hit. That's a crappy roll in there, though. So
11
plus 14. So 25?
That
24.
Either way, that's still enough to end this guy. Anything you want to do in particular?
No, just right in the spine.
All right, Raz, you notice in front of you, this guy just kind of keels over dead at your feet. That said, I'm assuming that's the end of your turn, Corin?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah, I'm done.
Raziel, you are up. Eldon is on deck.
Thankful that the guy dead on the ground is not me now. I will go down, let's say about 20 feet. And I will pop off 2 shots of green energy at the guy that's engaged with Thonger.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me see. How long does Hex last? Is it a minute? 10 minutes. Just seeing. Oh, concentration up to an hour. Yeah. Actually, I will bonus action Hex the guy. Disadvantage on strength ability checks, as usual. And now I will fire off 2 shots.
That's a hit.
So 13 plus 6.
All right. Number 2. Not a hit.
Cool. That's all I got.
Okay, so he is bloodied. So Eldon is up. What is his? Seeing all this, he's going to attempt to heal you.
Did he ever? He never did a sacred flame, did he?
He did not.
He did not.
So that would have been Sacred Flame, but his target went away. No.
So I guess it's fine then.
Yeah, his target went away.
Yeah, that's fine then.
I'm going to pop this spell card up real quick because I don't know what to do.
That's healing word.
Okay, so that didn't help me.
It's just a ranged healing spell.
So 60 feet. Alright, that seems like a smart move to do. So he's going to cast that. And how many spell slots does he have? How hurt are you? He would ask.
As I attempt to answer, I cough up.
All right, so he's gonna pop that off at 3rd level. So
does he have cure wounds?
That
No.
would definitely be the preferable option.
Hang on.
I feel like he would know to use cure wounds if he.
I don't see that. I see bless command. Oh no, there is cure wounds. Okay, hold up. There we go.
would be 3d8 plus 3.
It's 3. He gets like I think he gets another like bonus on top of all of it.
He gets an additional D8 per slot level, and he's going to burn that at 3rd level, so it's going to be 3D8. So I roll that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he gets
16.
an additional
Oh, plus a modifier.
plus modifier. Plus, I think he has another modifier on top of it.
Because of life cleric?
Yeah, because if you look at his healing ward, it was 1d4 plus 3 plus 3.
Okay, then yeah, let's go with 6. So 22.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
All right, that said, he has...
And then he heals himself as well.
a creature that he touches,
back.
so he has to be next to you.
Yeah, he would have. But as a life cleric, whenever he casts a healing spell, he gets healed in return.
So let me see how much that would be.
It's like 2 or 3. It's very small.
What the hell? I'm just going to give him 2.
Beginning at 6th level, when you
Oh,
cast spell
it's 2 plus spell level. So he would get 5.
Thank you guys for looking that up. Okay, so he's right next to you because he had to touch you, and that's all I think he can do, which brings us to, I believe, Siona's next.
So what do I do?
You're
Just
going...
attack whoever's closest to me. So
Yep. This'll be fun.
okay.
So the bloodlust rages in Siona's eyes as she takes off this, and you see she takes off a far-off look and just starts to go crazy and lets out this burst of rage and just screams into the air as she rushes towards Raz.
How far? I was only like 15 feet away from him.
You were 10 feet.
Oh, okay. I was just reading how do I get out of this?
That's one way of doing it. Hang on. So, hold up. The first one, we normally do critical failures as, something trips and falls or something. So, as usual, I'm going to say the axe kind of trips and falls out of your hand on that first critical failure, as Raz was able to kind of dance out of the way. So I use
my free action to pick it back up.
Yep.
And then attack again.
Raz?
I have no response.
Eldon's looking.
Because I don't think it falling out of my hand stops it. It's only if they're 60 feet away. No creature within 60 feet.
Yeah, you're still there, so it's a hit. Eldon's looking at you, like, Siona, what are you doing? Um,
17.
And hex drops.
All right. Okay. So, anything else, Siona? I think that's all you can do.
I only get to do my attacks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and there's no wisdom saving throw at the end?
No.
Nope.
No, it's a permanent condition.
Yeah, this is... All right. You can talk, though, right? Can you say anything? Do you...
I don't know.
I think...
It doesn't say anything about while berserk, you must use your action each round to attack the creature. You can make extra attacks as part of your attack action. You use those attacks.
I'm pretty confident you can talk if you wish.
I don't
Hey guys, this is.
I don't think berserkers talk. I think they like growl. Or,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Hey guys, this is fun. Stab.
I don't think I talk.
Okay. All right. So we've been. This has been almost a year coming. This is the first time we've had to deal with this. So we are at the beginning of round 3 of combat, and as things go on, the doors to the shack erupt and blow off the hinges as the shack erupts in flames. This blows this guy down, and he's been pushed a couple of feet. And he is prone at the moment. He is prone, and the doors of this have blown off. The shack is engaged in flames, and you can see what's happening inside at this point as there's fire, and people just run, scattering, screaming, and they just bolt out of the battlefield as they're running, including the guy who's in red flames. And you see that off in the back there's somebody's pinned under burning debris. So chaos has erupted in this battlefield at this point. The dwarven thug here is enraged at this point as the fire just emanates, and you start seeing his beard erupt into a red flame, and heat starts pouring out of his body. And he reaches at Thongram and attempts to grapple him with his wrong button, and completely misses Thongram, who in return says, "Whoa there, boy. Whoa with Nelly. No touchy. And takes 2 swings with his great axe, and on the second one he connects with a critical hit, hitting him for 25 plus 2 for 27 damage. Has Roll20 done anything for you? Can you... Oh, I see what I'm doing. Thong takes with his and just clips this guy's right in the neck and just takes him down and says, "No touchy," as he pulls his axe out and turns around and looks and marches 35 just outside of the reach of this and marches towards this guy. That's the end of his turn. This guy who is on the ground stands up. Whoa, just happened. What? Let's see. And his beard as well is on fire, just with the shenanigans that had just happened. And he reaches over and attempts to also grapple Thongram. Who manages to rebuff the attack. Corin, you are up.
Alright. I'm going to, I'll just take a shot at the guy Thongram's fighting.
Okay.
$18.
That's going to hit.
16 more damage. And I'm going to then move, I guess, behind. How big are these? Are these like little trees, big trees? Like, could I hide behind them?
Sure, yes. Yes.
And I will try to hide behind it.
Okay, Thongram would have gone through. Yes, you are hiding. he would have yelled out, "It looks like there's some people stuck back there." Rajal, you are up.
Given the situation, Siona took 2 swings at me. Does she still look kind of blood crazed?
Yes.
Yes.
I crumble an old piece of sweet bread in my pocket, and I say, "What did the snap pea say to the other snap pea who had trouble getting out of the pot?" "Hey, snap out of it!" I cast it at Siona.
So wisdom saving throw, right?
Yep.
Did you have that joke at the ready?
No, I'm just like,
Hope not, because I'm good.
defense.
That was impressive. Oh my god. The dice hate you tonight, man. All right, so
And I will. Shit, I have no choice. Well, you said you used your reaction picking up your weapon.
No, that was her free action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to move 30 feet to my right.
All right, Siona.
It doesn't say she has to use a reaction.
Oh, she doesn't. I guess that's the letter of the law, but she's in a blood rage. So
I would assume she's like any other combatant.
I would agree.
So attack?
I think so.
If you were in Berserk, would you?
I mean, yeah, I would.
Then I would attack and hope that you fail.
That's a hit.
All right.
Would I smite too? Like, how does that?
I don't know if I would smite. I'm not. Shit, I don't know.
Is a berserker devout?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I'd say not, but depends on how much you hate Raz. If you're leaving it to me, I'm going to say no.
Okay. 10.
I'm still up.
Hey, could have been much worse. Not going to lie, I was getting a little nervous on that one. All right, Raz, you have escaped death. Eldon is up, and he is trying to desperately figure out what to do. He's trying to figure out a way to reason with her. And of course he would not have that spell at the ready. Where is the bag of holding? Do you know offhand if you have any spells or anything in there?
Do what?
Do you know offhand if you have any spells in the bag of holding? Spell scrolls?
Oh, scrolls? I don't think so. Nothing that would be applicable in combat.
Oh, yes, you do.
Do?
I don't know. Who keeps up with scrolls? I don't use those, right?
Good.
Yes, but there is one.
Also, I'm crazy right now.
Yeah. Okay, so who has the sack?
Thongrim, probably?
Thongrim, yeah.
Thongrim has the sack. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. If I can get back to the map. $25. All right. 25. He's going to run over towards... Eldon hasn't had an epiphany. Remembering that there was a scroll of dispel magic in the sack. And he is going to pull out the scroll, which is a spell that he can cast. Cast it at level 3. Actually, yeah.
Except it takes an action to pull an item out of the sack.
Well, damn. There you go. All right, so he's got it. He has the spell, and he's got an idea. He just hopes he can manage to do it.
He could, just throwing that out there, he would know that he could bonus action healing work. If he so chose to.
Yes, that is a good idea. He shall do that. And he can do a bonus action. Is it just at the first level, or can he do it at any level?
Just whatever he wants.
All right, then yes, we're going to do that at the full. Wait, shouldn't that be 2? He cast it at 3, right? It should have been an additional D8, right?
It's D4.
D4.
The 8
Gotcha.
Is the 8 is the level 1, and the 6 is the additional 2 levels.
Okay.
Just rolled really crappy.
All right, well then 14 at Raz.
I'll take it.
Yes. All right, Siona, you are back up.
Eldon would heal 5 more.
He's topped off.
Okay.
And actually, Raz would heal 5 more too. A certain amount more. Because of the life cleric.
Yeah. Good. Yep, go ahead and take it.
Okay, 5 more.
Yes. All right, Siona, you're up.
So I guess I'm going for Eldon.
Yep.
Okay.
Miss. Not a miss. Actually, is Siona, would she have flanking?
No.
You're not an ally right now.
Okay, all right. Yes, 13 damage. Ow! So, this guy's dead. Tongram is up. He's going to try to end this guy because he wants to get in there and see what's happening. Eight is not enough to hit him, to kill him. 26. Turn to 18 damage. Four damage. That guy is on his last leg.
Did you count his 2+2s?
I did not. That guy's dead.
I really wish Ash would have done something to put the little berserk damage like I do for sneak attack.
Yeah.
'Cause we're always forgetting it.
All right. So he's taking his movement. Would he No, he probably would not recognize what's going on with Siona. He's been so engaged there. he sees that. He's like, I see them in there. I might be able to get them. And rushes into the flames. All right, so he's going to all right, so he has taken a level of exhaustion too through smoke inhalation, and has taken up.
You failed the charm to smoke?
Yep. All right, Corin, you are up.
I have seen what's going on over there.
It's dark, so probably not.
Hold on. I don't know where my dark vision is these days.
At most, I think it'd be 30.
Yeah, let me look that up. All the races. No, it's 60 like everyone else. So I have 60 feet of night dark vision, which would have made that dim light,
Yeah, you would
have made it all dim. So yeah. I don't know.
You would have seen something going on, but I mean, there's light from this fire out there too. So I mean, we're going to assume that there's enough light to.
Do I know Siona's gone batshit?
I don't think you would know she's gone batshit. Although you would have probably seen that. Why is she attacking Eldon?
All right, so. Well, sorry, I should queue up before I speak. I'm going to move to here and yell to Eldon, Siona, and ask what the hell's going on.
All right. So I'm not sure he can respond yet. Raz, you are up. You can respond.
So she's holding that weird-looking fucking sword, right? But I don't, or axe, but I don't know anything about.
Oh, we know it's cursed because Eldon had to remove curse on it the first time.
I couldn't resist it.
We know it's cursed, but do we know the effects of the curse would have been this berserker?
No, we just know that the axe itself is cursed, and we could probably infer that that's what's going on.
Yeah, they wouldn't know exactly what's going on, but you'd say she's gone batshit crazy, and it's.
But you also saw her drop the axe and still be batshit crazy.
Well, she picked it right back up because it's her precious.
I'll take an old piece of banded iron from a wooden barrel I found on the shore long ago, cast a piece of flint over it, and say this thing has caused more harm than good, and I will cast heat metal on the axe.
All right.
So you do a Constitution save to see if you still hold on to the axe. So it says, any creature in physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast it, so you do take that. If the creature is holding or with the object and takes the damage, you must succeed on a saving throw, which you do not, or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, then you have disadvantage on blah blah blah. But you did, so you took 2d8 and you dropped the. 5 fire damage.
Oh, that's what the 8 damage was above it.
Yeah, the 8 damage, it took it into account.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, thanks.
All right. Is that it?
That's it. I will. Yeah, I'll stay. No, actually, I'll go up.
Okay.
And I will. What the hell's on? Oh, there. I'll have to go up my full 30, and I will yell at Thongrim that. Find Sebastian, I believe in you. I will inspire. So he gets a D6 inspiration.
Nice.
Now I'm done.
All right, Eldon. Seeing the crazed woman in front of her, him, whatever. He unwraps the scroll, and assuming that this is going to do what he hopes it will do, he reads the spell and casts Dispel Magic.
I just gotta figure out what the spell level of the axe is.
Oh, is that
Does it say something about Dispel Magic on the thing?
pretty sure it's whatever cleanses curses. Remove curse or greater restoration.
So it wasn't Dispel Magic.
Remove what I've read of the thing, there's no way to cancel this.
It'd have to be Remove Curse.
Remove curse would let her get rid of the axe, but it doesn't say the berserk would end. Although, I mean, I guess that would make sense, but it doesn't say that. Berserk portion just says the 60 feet.
Gotta get 60 feet away from me.
Yes, would we know that?
Nope.
So he's... Alright, so let's say that he would not Dispel Magic then. Because I was assuming that would work. Aid, enhance, locate, spiritual weapon. Alright, guys. What should we do? Probably have to try to kill her.
Do I remember where the stone ring is?
Doesn't she have it?
Nah, shit, probably.
That's her true precious.
That's my treasure.
Yep, I forgot about that.
Oh, man. What does stone shape do?
Shaped stone, isn't it like...
I think that's what you can use on... You touch a stone object of medium or smaller, no more than 5 feet in any dimension, and form it in any shape you want.
Object being the operative word.
Gotta be made of stone.
Yes.
Usually things that are made of stone are not alive.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it does say section of stone.
Alright, so that doesn't work. Oh, wait. Greater restoration, you say, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can we say that that was the spell scroll that he pulled out?
Is that the spell scroll that we have?
We do.
Because I assumed Dispel Magic was the one he needed, but assuming that he was smart enough to realize that, let's say that he pulled out Greater Restoration instead.
Well, he'd used it before, so he should be smart enough.
Yeah.
Clerics know their stuff.
Yes, alright. Greater Restoration, then.
Oh, what? What's happening?
Hang on. Because that is apparently a higher level spell than he can cast.
Yeah, that one's getting up there.
So you can't get that?
No, he has a shot, though. He has to be able to see if he can actually cast it.
What level is the spell?
I'm looking it up. I don't know.
Fifth level. He's got to make a DC 15 Arcana check.
All right, well, he's got to try it. That's the thing. I'd say he succeeded.
Oh, what is happening? You should probably take this axe away from me.
And one effect or one curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item. So, Eldon reading the scroll, and he feels the power that emanates from this, and he manages to, intone, where you speak it with the right intonation, and reaches out and grabs out at her to knock the magical axe out of her hand as he grabs her wrist and dispels the curse from her. "Begone!" he yells. Whoa! And the axe has been flung to the ground.
The axe was already on the ground.
All right, the axe was still on the ground. But the curse has been lifted from her, and you see that her eyes have kind of gone back to their normal, charming self.
Where'd my axe go?
It is on the ground, orange and burning mixed. Not burning, but like hot.
Yes. Siona, it is your turn.
Okay. I will take out my sword. And still kill Eldon. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, buddy.
This bastard had it coming.
You see that glint in his eyes. But, Siona...
Where'd the other dwarf go that was outside? Oh, they're all dead.
They're all dead. But, well, no, the other dwarf is in the flaming building right now.
Has he said anything? Like, should we go in there?
He's like, well, he's like, I think I can save him. Because did Corin not announce that looked to be Sebastian, or he just kind of held on to that information? And Thongrim just...
Well, I was being sneaky until combat suddenly ensued. I didn't have a chance to say anything.
So no, Thongrim hasn't said anything. You just saw him rush in like he was going to go save somebody because he's rash like that.
Probably going to go try and ride the fire.
So what do you do, Siona? You've pulled out your sword. You've intimidated the hell out of Eldon.
I'm going to go to the open door and peer in.
Okay.
See if I need to help Thongrim.
You notice, again, that the people that... there's a guy that is pinned underneath a fallen beam that appears to match the description of Sebastian. And then there is a young woman kneeling next to him, crying, straining to hoist the beam and screaming for help.
Okay, so I go in there.
Okay, so it is a flaming building. Do you do anything?
Hang on. Oh, did you already build in my bonus to saving throws or whatever?
I did.
Okay, never mind. I'm trying to see if I have any, protection things. I'm just going in.
All right. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's what I was asking you when you made Thongrim roll a charisma one.
Oh, did I say charisma?
He rolled like really crappy. It wouldn't have mattered, but he did roll a charisma saving throw.
All right, so you have avoided your stuff. So you've moved up there. You do take you are going to take some fire damage.
Okay.
3 of that for entering through the flames, but you see that, and you still have your action. What are you going to try to do?
Lift the beam.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. All right, you reach down and are able to just, get your hands underneath this thing and just manage to just hoist it up and fling it over off of the boy. And you have freed him, but he is still on the ground. But he is free.
Okay. I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So Thongrim says, thanks for the assist, Siona. And then reaches down and I'm gonna say he doesn't necessarily need to grapple them. They are friendly. He grabs at the boy and lifts him up and turns around and says 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He runs out, but hang on. What's the exhaustion do?
Disadvantage in all skill ability checks.
Not the speed halved. That's what I was concerned about. That's the next level. Okay, so he picks up the boy and rushes him outside and places him on the ground in front of him. Son, can you hear me? Son! And he takes another bout of fire damage too. Well, he is raging. He would take half of that, so.
It doesn't work against fire.
He yells at the fire. All right. So at this point, let's see. The woman is. We're going to drop out of combat. There's nobody else here. So y'all are able to. Let's just assume your next turn is taken and you guys run out of the burning building.
Yes.
So she comes out here. Okay. So you guys have managed to deal quite a bit of damage to each other. But you have managed to succeed in bringing him out of the burning building. And let's see here. It looks like they are both. They have both been heavily dealt with smoke inhalation. Are both extremely exhausted, looking like they are right on death's door. Not really responsive to many questions or anything.
Are there any other bodies in that room that we can see?
No, it looks like everybody else was able to manage to make it out alive. They all rushed and ran away as the building exploded. That said, you start to clean them up, and you've been here probably 30 minutes or so. What exactly do you want to do here?
I guess we need to make sure they're not going to die.
Okay.
Yeah, check their health. Health and wellness check.
Health and wellness check. Turn your head and cough. All right, so they are not necessarily dying, but they are hurt. They probably could use some stabilizing. But can we assume that Eldon would probably use his he got spare the dying? Would that do it?
No, that's spare the dying. What stops you from?
Stops them from dying.
So stops them from dying.
Yeah, but that's just.
Yeah.
Are they actually unconscious throwing death saving throws?
No, they are not.
You'd say the spell does. I mean, we can wait till they get there, then cast Save the Dying.
That's not splitting it. He's not casting anything. Is there a way that you could do lay on hands?
I can.
Just to get him
to him.
Yeah.
I can give him 5 points.
Okay.
I think he means the 2 people.
Yeah, the 2 people, just to make sure they're. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So you have
They
stabilized.
both get 4 points.
All right. So they are alive. They are just still a little confused and dazed about what's going on here. You do hear an alarm, kind of more of a siren, as it appears that the explosion has drawn the attention of the soldiery. So what do you want to do with them?
The soldiery or the 2 people?
The 2 people. Basically, what do you want to do?
Are the soldiers like within sight?
No, but you hear the alarms coming.
Then I suggest we get the hell out of here. We take them with us, or at least him. If she wants to come, she can.
Well, she would. She'd if she looks at you. If you're taking him, I must come too.
Who are you again?
I'm Ilva, and this is my friend Sebastian. I'm trying to think if she's in love with him. She's confident to speak. Yes, this is the woman that he's fallen with. So yes, they are an item. He was not with Mixi. He was with this one.
Well,
Which one did the father think he was with? Or was it just a woman?
This one. He thinks it was with somebody that was a bartender or a waitress at the Squirrel's Nest, and it turns out it was Ilva, not Mixi. Mixi just she was tied up with them and realized that was a stupid mistake and got out.
Okay, well, Ilva and Sebastian, we would rather not deal with local authorities, and I'm guessing you wouldn't either. So I suggest we get the hell out of here.
Oh, that's a good plan. Good plan. So, you guys take off. Where do you want to go?
I would say initially wherever the alarm, where we think the soldiers are not, and then once we get from there back to his dad's house.
That's what I was getting at. Where's your end destination? Are you planning on going to the Stowe estate immediately, or do you want to go somewhere else first?
How long do we have? A couple more hours?
You have a couple of hours. Raz, what do you think?
I think we should probably book it to the Stowe estate as soon as possible.
I mean, I'm trying to get Raz aside where he can't hear. I suggest we take him there, but in a slightly roundabout route, so maybe he doesn't realize where we're taking him until it's too late.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I suppose we could take him back to the Smith, but
we take it back to the south. Let's just take a more, a
Circuitous.
more windy route instead of going straight there.
Okay.
Maybe by the time you realize where we're at, we'll be too close to run, escape.
Okay. Well, and with that plan, I mean, you'll notice that while he is alive, he's still a little dazed and confused, so he's just kind of going really wherever you lead him. And just, like I said, he's just kind of a little confused, a little tired, still taking in what's happening. But you spend about an hour or so wandering through the town. You hear the soldiery as you guys book it away from here, with shouts of basically like, bring the water, get the bucket, and trying to salvage what's happening here. It appears that the soldiery knows what they're doing, so they're pulling up as you leave, you hear the commotion, but no one seems to be chasing you down. So it takes about, you wind up through the back roads and the back alleys of the ghetto, cautioning, making sure that you guys don't do anything that raises the attention of the Thieves Guild or anything. And you make your way back to the Stowe estate. Say it's between 3 and 4 bells. So it's not quite dawn. It's still quite dark outside, but the guards at the gate meet you and look at you as kind of asking you, what do you want, and eyeing you down, and then before you can even say anything, they look and take notice of Sebastian and go, "Oh, you found him." I'd like okay, we've been expecting you, and they open up the gate and they bring him in and basically take possession of him.
Just for clarity, did we attempt to try the side entrance first?
Oh yes, the side entrance. Yes, you would have gone to the servant's entrance, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Given the code word banana bit.
Yes, there you go. Yes.
I completely forgot there was a code word.
Go notes.
Yes. Pays to go back and reread my notes.
I mean, it was only like 4 hours ago. I wouldn't have forgotten.
Yes, you are clear because nobody would have guessed that password. So yes, they take him through the side gate. They look at Ilva, and as she tries to come in with you, they pretty much stiff arm her and shut the gate in her face. She wails out and cries a little bit, and as the guards stand there stony-eyed and start to pull out their weaponry, she comes to her senses and trots off. So, as you're sitting there, they take care of him. They tend to him. Now, remind me, if y'all remember this far back, it has been only 4 to 5 hours ago in game time. Did you get the full amount of money that you were promised up front?
I do not think we got anything up front.
I don't think he gave us anything.
Okay. Well, then you are paid. They pass you a coin bag full of 200 gold. The guard who passes this to you wears, Raziel and Corin both would notice, the cloak that he wears bears the insignia of the Lord's Alliance. It's one of the factions within Mulmaster. And he tells them that the Lord's Alliance will remember those who serve us well. It seems to go a long way with the blades, so that may serve you better. Serve you in the future.
So hold on. So he's He's wearing an insignia of the Lord's Alliance, or he's giving us the...
He's wearing it, saying that he's like, you have done this faction a favor. Thank you for that. It will be remembered. And so he's he's also part of the Blades, of that because of Count Stowe. But it's just basically a favor that you will be owed at some point. Before Ilva ran off, she passed you a bottle, a vial filled with an icy blue liquid. As y'all were wandering through, thanking you for saving her life. She's like, I'm not going to need this anymore. But the head dwarf of the cult gave it to her, saying that someday when the world is as it should be, this potion might serve her well. So she doesn't know what it is, but she sure as hell doesn't want it. She's done with that cult. So you have been gifted a vial of icy blue liquid. Now, while you weren't there, somebody roll me a perception check.
Okay. It's technically a perception check.
It is. You look around. Raz, give me one too. Okay. So, as you're making sure that Sebastian is taken care of and tended, but as you're making your leave, you take a look around. You're not prying, but you are prying, but you're trying to do it nonchalantly as you're looking through the hallways, and you're trying to see what you can see before the guards kind of start ushering you out the door. And you do notice down a hallway, you catch a fleeting glance of a church official talking to someone down in what appears to be a study. You can't hear anything, but you catch, Raz specifically catches a glimpse of the church official's face and would recognize the face as Gildel from Castle Frederick. And attempts to, get out of line of sight before anything happens.
You're going to have to remind me who that is.
That's the one we got the big battle in, right?
Yes.
Where Doug betrayed us?
Yes.
Oh, is this that priestess lady?
Yes.
Oh, wow. And is just in the keep, or in the estate?
Yes, apparently she has business with Count Stowe.
Is she having a conversation? Do I hear anything she's saying?
She's a bit far down. She's kind of keeping things quiet. You are not in earshot. You could attempt to get close, but it might be noticeable.
Nope.
All right. So, I assume that y'all are ready to take your leave from the Stowe estate?
I'm definitely ready.
Okay. So, as you make your way out, would Raz pass this information, what he just saw?
Oh, for sure.
Then I'm doubly ready to get the hell out of here.
All right, so you guys, where are y'all heading?
Just back to Bloodbath and Beyond.
All right, seems like a good point. Seems like this would be a good opportunity to take a long rest. You would notice, as you hightail it, you do hear, just as you're, you've left, you do hear the distinct roar of what you would remember of a manticore's roar. as well. Doesn't seem like it's not coming your way, but you definitely hear it, and you're like, where the hell did that come from? And so you book it back to Bloodbath and Beyond. So, anything else that y'all want to do with that?
I mean, I think, on light of this information, we need to be more circumspect in our dealings in town. We can't be walking around because she would definitely recognize us. We don't need to get caught.
Alrighty. Well, here's what I will say. If there's nothing else that y'all want to do with that, I'll ask 2 questions. First being, I think this. Do you agree that this might be a good time to call the session?
Probably.
Because anything...
yeah. I imagine anything else we do would start a whole new scene and take a while.
Yeah, especially with 2 people down, be all that much more to catch up on.
Yeah, I agree with that. Number 2. Who does number 2 work for? I'd say we've had some significant stuff. I think we have hit an interesting crossroads. Would y'all be objecting if I said level 7?
No, I believe I would accept that.
Sounds awful?
It should be an even number, so it should be level 8.
Okay, level 4 it is.
We almost had a TPK.
He's pretty excited.
Oh!
It's the second TPK almost caused by Siona.
Self-inflicted TPK.
Yeah. Okay, so I will make note. Y'all left the axe.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to say, I would have dropped concentration as we left, obviously. Did no one pick it up on the...
I thought about it, but, probably just best to not tempt her.
I feel kind of bad for attacking people, so I just left it on the ground.
Okay. Hey, that'll work.
Maybe out of band ask if Thongrim or Eldon would have taken.
I mean, Eldon might have, because he was right there.
But he probably would have been smart enough to not touch it. He may have suggested that y'all do the whole poop and scoop thing with the bag of holding.
Right, that's what I was thinking. I just wanted to give them the option if they so choose.
Let's see here. Oh, I rolled high. So we're going to say that Eldon probably would have gotten with Thongrim saying, hey, go, don't touch it, but pick up the yellow cake and throw it in the bag. So we're not done with that damn thing yet.
Done with it. We're not telling Siona it's in the bag.
I don't want it anymore. Jeez.
I don't know. I mean, I saw how Gollum was with the ring. So, all right. So we'll say level 7. We'll go ahead and award that. It's been a while. I think that we are at a good crossroads, especially since you have just learned a very important piece of information. That you all are not alone in Momaster. You have just finished up, I believe it is day 2 of the Saj Estate party, so that is still going on in that 10-day. You know that you did hear rumors at the party that there is going to be a military parade kind of night. You're not really certain when it's going to happen, but it looks like there will be a what would you call it? God bless Master Day or something. Hey, look at us. So that's going to be coming up soon. Something for you guys to look forward to.